I do want to, for 1 second, we don't need to do a ton of college football or stuff on this show, but I do want to. There seems to be a narrative out there, Arian. I don't know how closely you follow this stuff.
Talk to me.
But the college football playoff this year, it's expanding to 12 teams.
Mm-hmm.
And coming into the season, it was a pretty foregone conclusion, I would say, by most people. If you go 10-2 in the SEC, you'll get in. Because obviously, extremely tough schedules. There's way more spots now. You'll get in. Well, we've reached a situation where it looks like there could be 6 SEC teams that finish 10-2, which creates a bit of a problem. And it seems like the narrative out there is that Tennessee is going to be the one that gets fucked if this comes to pass. And I just can't. And I should say also in this scenario, Alabama would be getting into the playoff with the same record as Tennessee, having lost to Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
And if that happens, I just can't. I'll have to find something else to do with my time because I can't live in that world. And we need to push back against this narrative that oh, well, it's Bama's going to get it. Bama lost to Tennessee and Vanderbilt. They lost to Vanderbilt, who had a strong start to the season. They just got killed by South Carolina. They're going to get killed by Tennessee. This is nonsense. And so now we're going into this Georgia game, and people are like, well, Tennessee has to win it, go 11-1. Texas hadn't beaten anybody. Georgia has, they beat Clemson, who's mid. They've beaten, they beat Texas on the road, which is a quality win. But a lot of these teams haven't done shit either. And if Bama gets in and we don't, I'm going to have a mental breakdown.
So are we, and this is what it sounds like to me, Big T, are we preemptively, are you prepping us for a Tennessee loss this weekend?
No, but I think we need to get, listen, all this can be solved if we go win the football game.
100%.
But we have to fight back against this narrative in the lamestream media that Tennessee's 5th in the pecking order out of these teams. Ole Miss sucked all season. They lost to Kentucky. They lost to, who was their other loss? It wasn't a good team. I forget who their other loss was. But then until they beat Georgia, now they beat Georgia at home, and everybody's like, oh, well, Ole Miss is in. It's nonsense. We live in crazy town. Notre Dame's going to get in. They lost to Northern Illinois. I can't have it. If we don't get in, I'm going to lose my mind.
Ole Miss lost to...
They lost to Kentucky.
They haven't really played. They lost to Penn State.
That's incorrect. You're looking at some.
Oh, that's last year. I
don't think they played them last year either. Oh, in the Peach Bowl. In the Peach Bowl. Yeah.
I just they have it all.
Yeah. They lost to Kentucky, and who was their other loss?
Looks like LSU.
Correct. And they barely lost to LSU on the road. So that's an okay loss. But it's just things are setting up for us to finish 13th in the first year of the 12-team playoff, and it's gonna break me mentally.
They kind of handled Georgia, bro.
Yeah, no, they played well. They're a good team.
Georgia.
I think I would love to play Ole Miss. I actually think that'd be a really good game, Tennessee Ole Miss. But now, again, we could just go out there and beat Georgia, which would be preferable, and then none of this matters. But
I agree,
and also doable.
Yeah.
They're wounded. They're coming in limping.
We're a very similar team to Ole Miss. Very good defensive fronts. I don't know what the offense is going to look like with Nico coming off an injury, but yeah, we need to fight back against this narrative that's out there in the MSM. And so I wanted to use this platform to do that for a moment. Because I think it's important.
I think you made your case. I don't know. I'm always, I'm definitely biased towards the SEC. Not just because I played in it, but just like if you look at the stats over the years, it's just the better team. The better conference. So we should always have priority when going against other conferences to pick who gets in.
The other thing is the Big Ten's going to get it. Penn State's going to get in having beaten nobody. Indiana's going to get in having beaten nobody. BYU is going to get in because they're going to go undefeated, but they aren't very good. Like it's a whole thing. But whatever. We'll see what happens.
Well, chips fall, destiny's in your own hands. That's what they say.
Yeah.
It's doable. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna watch that game this weekend, man. Well, maybe
big game.
My daughter's birthday on Friday, so we might have to do the party on Saturday. We're still
It's at night.
planning it. Oh, the game. Oh, well, yeah, good.
Mhm.
Yeah, we'll knock it out then. Well, love to hear that. I did watch a little bit of football this weekend, but not too much. I caught some of the Oregon game. I had no idea they were number one. That's
Yeah, they're wagging.
yeah. So who you give me a top four rankings right now? Like who's like locked in?
I mean, right now it's Oregon, and then it's a pretty steep drop off after that. Like, I guess Ohio State and Texas you'd put after them, but neither of those teams. Ohio State does have the win at Penn State, and then four. Like, right now it's probably between Tennessee and Indiana for number four. Like, it's a weird year right now until we pick up that second loss. Like, I'd have Tennessee up there right now.
Right.
So the AP poll this week is Oregon, Ohio State, Texas, Penn State, Indiana, Tennessee.
So right now Tennessee sits at the top SEC.
Second, Texas.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's gonna be interesting, man.
Indiana in the top 5 is still jarring to look at, but
what is the? Hold on, let me see the whole ranking.
They hired James Madison's coach from last year, PFT school, and he brought half the team with him because they were like the best team in the group of 5 last year, one of them. And now they're 10-0 for the first time ever.
Damn.
And they're probably going to go 11-1 and make the playoff with 0 quality wins.
I mean, nah, they've had some quality wins. I mean, the team they've won against some big programs.
Right. I mean, Michigan this year is not good. They barely beat Michigan. Who's their other best win?
Michigan. They beat Washington.
Washington sucks.
They mopped Nebraska.
Nebraska is not good. Like
sure,
yeah,
sure,
but
like they beat that. Those are some good programs. So if you're an Indiana program, that is like a good building.
Yes,
block.
for Indiana, it's incredible, and they're a good team.
UCLA, another.
The UCLA's horrific.
Sure. But I'm talking about aesthetics. I mean, you can only play who on your squad. They play Ohio State, so that's the real test.
Yes.
That's gonna be fun. I haven't watched them a lick. So you've actually watched them. You don't think that they?
No, they're a good team. I like when you get into comparing resumes. Their resume's not going to be that strong, but they have very good players. Their quarterback should probably be in the Heisman like conversation at least.
Where's the race at right now? Because I know Travis Hunter.
I think Travis Hunter's going to win it.
Yeah, how good of a receiver is he really?
He's good.
I hate to nitpick, you know what I mean? But he's probably I'll concede this. I think he's probably the best two-way player that we've seen in college football.
Through 9 games, he has 69 receptions, for 856 yards and 9 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have 11 or 1,200 yards, 11 or 12 touchdowns, and and he's not as good of a receiver as he is a DB.
Yeah, that was probably my main point. It's like I think that's where he goes in the league. He's gonna play DB.
Yeah.
But is he the best two-way player we've ever seen?
Yeah, because I mean Woodson
didn't
even play receiver, and they pretended he did.
But he had return skills.
No,
amazing.
Did Desmond Howard play defense?
I don't think he did. No.
I guess I'm just thinking of Woodson.
He was a return. He was a return specialist and a receiver. I'm trying to think. There was a cat, Corey Gamble, back in the day, Ohio State. Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah, I mean he's going to be top 5. He'll be the first DB taken, I think.
You got Shador going first round?
I think he's going to. This quarterback class is weird. I don't really know what's going to happen, but yeah, I think he will be a first round pick for sure.
I'm interested to see what he's doing in the league, man. I'm not really sold on him, but hey, man, I hope he becomes the best version of himself.